The what the Farage moment. Now, you know, we were all told you've got to save the planet. You've got to get an electric car. And indeed, this government, outlawing the sale of diesel and petrol cars from 2035. I never thought it would happen, but try this for size. One of the big advantages of going electric is it was all so much cheaper. I emphasize it was all so much cheaper until now. If you are on a long journey in this country right now, you will need to stop on the motorway at one of the fast chargers. Well, when I say stop at one of the fast chargers, there may well be quite a long queue, given how busy our roads are, to even find a charger that's working or one that's free. But when you do, you'll spend the time there and get the charge in your car. But it is now going to cost you, driving an electric car, an approximation of 20p per mile in terms of what you'll pay for that electricity charge, as opposed to 17p per mile if you're driving an unleaded petrol car. It is now more expensive to drive an electric car on a long journey than it is to use unleaded, and not much different to what it would be if you were filling up with diesel. All of the so-called advantages of going with electric cars are disappearing before the revolution even really begins to take off. And here in London, the situation is absolutely farcical. The very few charging points that we have, very often you'll see a commercial van that is on one of those points, and all the while they're plugged into the system, they're not liable to pay any parking fees. And so that's the great racket that is going on in London. If we're going to have an electric car revolution, let me tell you something, we've got a lot further to go, not to mention where on earth are we going to find all of the electricity on days when the wind doesn't blow.